This is Capital Games, I am the Wiz, and this is the Weekly Dividend for April 7th, 2023. I just want to note that the time I'm recording this is around 2:30 Eastern Time, so if some crazy things happen towards the end of the day, well, that's why it's not here. Sorry. So, yeah, I'm doing this early today. I usually do this around 8 o'clock, and then get it posted probably around 11:30. But I decided to do it early because I also do a movie podcast that I'm doing with a friend named Kim. Today, we're going to be reviewing $1 Million Arm. So if you want to check out the review on that, go ahead and go on to the Capital Games Movie Club. The video will show that channel at the end of the video. So if you want to check it out, let me know. And also, I've been checking on the metrics for our channel, and it looks like 80% of you who have checked out the videos don't subscribe. So why not just subscribe to know when I am playing? So and when I have a new video up. So just let me know what you think, and also like and comment if you like. And if you like what you see, share with a friend, share online, share with anybody, I don't care. Share with your enemy. Maybe they'll like it, maybe they won't. Hey, if they don't like it, why do you care, right? So anyway, we will get into the news today. But before we do that, obviously I'm playing Dead Cells, Philip Mewson's favorite game. And this is after the Return to Castlevania DLC has been released. And basically, I love this game. I have always liked this game. It's a fun game. I suck at it. I'm pretty bad. And you're going to find out in a second. So let us get started with Dead Cells. I don't even think I've even touched the Return to Castlevania DLC in this. I think you have to do a certain thing to do that. So, yeah, we'll see. But anyway, while we do that, let's get started with the news. I'm gonna do these in sections, and I think I'm gonna do this from now on. So why don't we start with the first section being an all Capcom session? Capcom has had a lot of news happen this week. So let's just start with that Resident Evil 4 Remake has sold 4 million in the first 2 weeks. I thought it was going to be 3 at the end of the month, so it definitely outdid what I thought it was going to be. Let's do these two right here. So that was, I guess it shouldn't be a surprise to me, but it kind of is to a certain extent. But it has been getting great reviews. The people who've been playing it adore the game. They think it is as good, if not better than the original. And let me tell you, from someone who doesn't like horror games, I actually really like the original. But I don't know why I didn't decide not to jump on this, but I didn't. I might at a certain point. Maybe it's on sale for a reasonable price. I'll go for it. But yeah. And on top of that, the DLC for Mercenaries was released today. So if you were looking forward to that, you're going to have more content to go on that. So it looks like for... Oh, recycle. So it looks like right now it's just up for Resident Evil 4 Remake at this point. Would it be a surprise if it hit 5 by the end of the month? No. Actually, it might hit 6. We don't know at this point. I'll stay reasonable and say 5. That it will hit at this point. Yeah, see, this is why I said I suck at this game, because I get hit constantly in this. Who do I go for here? Let's go Brutality. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. So yeah, the amount of sales, it being successful is not something that's surprising, of course. When I did the sales predictions for this, I predicted it was going to get at least 3. I didn't think it was going to get 4 by 2 weeks. I thought 3 by the end of the month was probably where it was going to reach. So I was wrong on that. And you know what? With all the good things I've heard about, it doesn't surprise me. So that's great. 4 million in sales for Resident Evil 4 Remake. That's not bad. Since we're still talking about Resident Evil 4 Remake, they, on top of having the DLC come out for Mercenaries, it looks like Resident Evil 4 Remake also adds some microtransactions. And these are in the form of, what's this? Ooh. Nice. I didn't know that was going to happen. So DLC came out for Resident Evil 4 Remake. On top of the Mercenaries mode, they had an automatic weapon upgrade for Resident Evil. The price is $3 for each weapon, or if you want to get it in a pack, I believe it's I believe it's $10 for a pack. So if you're interested, I mean, go for it. Nice. All right, now I just have to make it through this. Recycle that for a coin, and let's go. Ooh, I gotta be careful. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, that works. So, some people are kind of upset by this, that you can purchase basically this to cheat the game. But I gotta be honest, like, if it's just for the single player, I don't think it's for mercenary mode. But if it's just for the single player mode, who cares at this point? If somebody wants to spend, I think the total amount is for all weapons, but $55. If you want to spend $55 to cheat the game, go for it. I know they used to have the cheat codes. They used to have the cheat codes for free way back in the day, but at this point, I mean, so many people have bought these cheat codes. At this point, like, people don't really care. I keep forgetting that I have that I have the potion, but yeah, this isn't a fresh run, by the way. I've been playing this for a while, and I still haven't beaten the game. I don't think I ever will. But, yeah. Let's upgrade that. Upgrade that. And that's fine. Where do I go? Well, I want melee, definitely. Oh, I should have paid attention to how much I had. Okay, fine. See, I get why some might be pissed at it, but in reality, you don't have to use it. You really don't. So if it bothers you that much that it's there, you can ignore it at this point. And some people, look, we all have the problem where there's not enough time in the day. People work, people have lives and stuff like that, so they can't play games all the time, but they want to have fun and play their game. If this makes the game more fun for them, okay, well, it makes the game more fun for them. You don't have to buy it. It's not required. It doesn't hurt you if you don't, so no big deal on that part. So I find it not a problem. Unless there is like a competitive angle. See, I don't know if this is part of the Mercenaries mode. So if it is, then yeah, that's kind of screwed up. But if it's not, if it's just for single player, I don't care. Like, I'm fine with it to a certain extent. I do wish they would just go back and just make cheat codes free. I do miss that, but they're not, because at this point it's been proven that it makes money. And it's cheap to produce. All you gotta do is set up a line of code. Oh yeah, give person X when buying Y thing, and then you're done. Challenge Rift, huh? I don't think I've ever done this. Let's have some fun. Do I want to? Nah. Perfect. Recycle that. What is this? Oh god, I'm getting creamed already. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god, really? Uh-oh. This isn't gonna end well. Sorry guys, I know I should be talking more, but I'm kind of concentrating right now. Yeah, that's really the most I can say about the DLC. Would I prefer that companies do this? No, but honestly, at this point... Alright. That was neat. Yeah, I would prefer they don't, but it makes money, and that gives people the choice to play the game the way they want to, and if they want to have everything on lock from the start so they can enjoy the game, okay, fine. The same type of people are also not going to just go to the leaderboards, if there are leaderboards for the game. So, I don't see who it hurts, really. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, one more bit of Capcom news. Capcom's share price hit a whole all-time high on Monday. It got 4,865 yen, with the equivalent of $36.42 share price. They are basing this on the reception and sales on Resident Evil 4, and the good word of mouth that has been getting. And they're expecting that to get more money as time goes on, which I definitely agree. That's definitely going to happen on that part. So I don't think this is the most that we're going to see Resident Evil 4 get on this point. I might have been... Oh my god, what is that? I think I might have underestimated what Resident Evil 4 is going to make. Yeah, kind of like what I did with Hogwarts Legacy. But anyway, but yeah, the sales were nothing but fantastic, and the word of mouth was great for Resident Evil 4, which is bumping up the stock for Capcom. And here's the thing also. Now, I want to note here, before I say this, I am not a financial advisor. You should not listen to me when it comes to money matters. Do not listen to me for stocks. Do not listen to me for any of that stuff. I am just speculating. So, if you decide to take my advice and get stocks, that's on you. It's not on me. I'm not saying I'm good at this. I'm not saying you should listen to me. You should definitely not listen to me when it comes to financial advice and making money. Do not do that. Anyway, that being said, Capcom still's got some big games coming out. They've got Street Fighter 6 that's coming out in June, and actually, a lot of people are excited by that. Me, one of them, of course. But yeah, a lot of people are excited for that game to come out. And it looks like that might be a pretty big game, too, that sells a lot. So do not be surprised if we come back here and the sale price hits an all-time high again. And then we still have end of year. I don't think Exoprimal is going to really do anything big. Honestly, it might garner some interest, but I don't think it's going to be balls to the wall amazing. I don't think it's going to really excite people, but I think it will do some sales. I mean, we might look at a very strong year for Capcom in this one. But the other thing I got to mention too is, I mean, there have been rumors. This is rumored, to be clear, but there have been rumors going around that a new Monster Hunter might get announced at some point. I don't think that's happening. Or if it does, we're not looking at Monster Hunter... people are thinking it's Monster Hunter World 2. I don't think a new Monster Hunter is coming out for another 2 years. So I would expect, like, if a new Monster Hunter is being announced, it's for 2025 at the very least. So I don't see... Like, if they announce a new Monster Hunter, I can see the stock price going up from that alone, because Monster Hunter is huge. So that might... Oh, is that... as bonus health. Okay. I don't like that. Why can't I just have health? But yeah, I see, I honestly do not be surprised if we come to find that the stock price keeps going up as the year goes on. Unless Exoprimal is a complete disaster, which I don't think is going to happen, actually, because the word of mouth on that is interesting, to say the least. Nobody is like, oh, you gotta delay this. Like, it looks pretty good at this point. It looks like dumb fun, to be completely fair. But, yeah, like, we can activate. What does this do? What does this do? Uh-oh. Okay. Where am I going here? Okay, let's do tactics. I like to do an even build. Unless I have a bunch of one type of weapon, I kind of like to keep it even. Yeah. Jeez. I gotta get to the end quick. Ah, no! Oh, no. One more and I'm done. Okay, I gotta be careful. I just Hadoukened him. Okay, I don't even know what this is. That should be interesting. Gotta go. Shit. Oh, no! 71 cells! Ew, that's not good. Okay, well, anyway. We're going to move on. This section is called Layoffs and Leaves. First off, ex-Stadia boss Phil Harrison leaves Google. Yeah, saw this coming. I mean, this is not really a surprise. Stadia never really worked under Phil Harrison's reign. But to be fair to Phil Harrison, I don't think it was going to work regardless. So, because if we look at Luna right now, Luna is not doing very hot either. So that's not really a surprise for me. This bow sucks. So does the sword. This is not good. So this is not really a surprise. Now, do I see Phil Harrison going to another company? I do. I don't think it's a big company, though. I mean, if we look at his track record recently, I mean, since he left Microsoft during the Xbox One days, I mean, he has gone to nothing but bad business ventures. And I don't know if this is a testament to something that he's done, per se, because I think the Xbox One issues were Don Matrick's problem, and I think Stadia's issues were Google and the price plan that they had for it. I think that was utterly ridiculous. What's this? Hey, I know him. All right, I guess we're going to the Castlevanias. But, yeah, I can see him going to, I would say, a mid-level company, or maybe even a small company, and either running that as CEO, or maybe just doing an advisory role. What's this? Hold on. Nice. Yeah, I think that's more than possible, that he just goes into an advisory role. Downward smash burns. I mean, nah. Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds good. Okay. Sorry, guys. So yeah, I think, ooh, look at those. Nice. See, I don't think this is the end of Phil Harrison, per se, unless he decides to retire, which is possible. He might decide, yeah, I'm done at this point. Which, okay, fine. He's done this long enough. You know, that's fine if he decides to just retire after this. I don't think he will, though. I think he will end up going someplace else and will decide what he does from there at that point. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, see, I do this all the time. Let's do this one. Heal them bones. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next one on layoffs and leaves. Amazon's gonna lay off 100 in their gaming division. The studios that are affected are the Game Growth Group, whatever that is, the San Diego studio. I think they do a New World, and Prime Gaming is also going to be affected on this. This is on top of the fact that Amazon itself is about to lay off at least 25K by year's end. I believe they laid off 18K towards the beginning of the year, and they're looking at another 9 at the so 27. I put 25 in there just in case it might get a little lower. But yeah, Amazon is shaking up their business in a big way. They're trying to restructure a lot of what they're doing. So I guess layoffs were inevitable. I am kind of surprised that it's not the Luna division that's getting laid off to a certain extent, since Luna is not doing so hot. What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do here. See, I'm not entirely surprised by this, but I'm just a little surprised that it's not, like I said, it's not Luna that's going down. Oh, here we are. So I guess they're going to try and keep Luna... I don't even know how many people are on the Luna staff at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a bare-bones staff in itself. So... yeah, I like the music in this. This is cool. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, that hurts. Okay. There we go. Wait, do I get... Aw, okay. That stinks. Okay, so while we're opening that up... So yeah, like the layoffs, I mean, with the way that Amazon's restructuring their business at right now, it's inevitable. So yeah, unfortunately, that stinks at that point. They did say also they're planning on repurposing some of the staff in other areas if they can. So it's just not a clean slate layoff. So that's good and very least. We'll move on from there. Creatures Inc. CEO. Let me get this name. I'm gonna butcher it. Creatures Inc. CEO Tsunekazu Ishihira steps down amid high-level shakeup. The VP is also stepping down. Creatures Inc., if you guys aren't aware, Creatures Inc. is part of the development studio that helps make it with Game Freak in making the Pokemon games. They've been credited for doing the models for the most recent Pokemon games. Take that what you will at that point. But, yeah. He is... I believe he's still a part of... Oh my god, these guys hit hard. Holy hell. Let's heal up. Wow! That's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna die pretty soon. Oh, what are you? There you go. Does anybody have a kebab? No. Crap. Okay. Alright, here we go. So, this shakeup, I believe Ishihara is still part of the large... I think he's either a part of... I think he's the CEO of the Pokemon Company, or I think he is on the board. I read it on VGC, and I'm not remembering it off the top of my head here. So, he is still technically a part of the Pokemon Company and the Pokemon brand. Ooh, what's this? And part of the Pokemon brand. Is that a whip? Here we go. Oh. No. I don't mind this. Okay. So, likely he'll still be a part of the Pokemon Company, and thank you. And will still have his hand in making the Pokemon games in an executive level, but I guess they're shaking up Creatures Inc. For a new direction in regards to that. I don't know if this means if it's going to branch out from the Pokemon Company and do other things. I know Game Freak has done that to a certain extent. Ooh, is that Alucard? That's Alucard. Nice. Okay. Alucard shield. Sort of 75% jam. Okay. Well, I'm not really using the bow. Just gotta remember to use Y when I... Okay. So yeah, I don't know exactly what it's gonna mean when the shakeup finalizes. I don't know if that means Creatures is gonna go in their own direction, or if this is just a shakeup because maybe, I don't know, maybe they're not happy with the quality of the models. I don't know. But it is an interesting shakeup, but it's not, I don't think it's gonna be as definitive if he's still part of the Pokemon Company and Pokemon brand as a whole. So, we'll see at that point. We don't know much more else about it, but yeah. Man, that weapon does a lot of damage. There we go! Look at that! I like this. And what do you do? Door open. Okay, great. There we go. I'm actually doing a decent run. Maybe I should talk more while I'm playing this. Maybe I wouldn't suck as bad, huh? Let's see. I forgot I had that. Okay. Activating. Go up. Let's move on to the next story. Okay, so we're gonna get into a new, we're gonna go into a new section. It's called Shutdowns. And first off, the first thing that was shut down is Multiverses. Not entirely shut down, it's being pulled from digital stores. So if you have not downloaded it, at this point you can't. At this point. I talked about it in a video last week regarding the decision to shut down the online portion of Multiverses while they work towards a 2024 release. I still think this is a bad idea. I mean, at least make the game playable for everybody. So who want to play it, they can go ahead and play it. Like, at least do that. Just be honest with them. Go, hey, we're not going to update this for X amount of time. We will still continue to keep it running. So if you want to play it, you can, but don't expect updates unless it's absolutely necessary. I mean, that I think would be the best move in this one. But instead, they're deciding to just shut it entirely down until 2024. And I've talked about this too. When that time comes, if they're doing that, I'm still not sure if they're doing that, really. If they're not just going to outright cancel it. But if they are really serious about doing this, this is the exact wrong thing to do. You should want people to at least still play the game. To a certain extent. And still enjoying the game while they're playing. So it's still fresh in their minds a little bit at this point. Because what exactly are you going to do? Are you going to say, oh, guess what, guys? We have now re-released it. It is so hard to get an audience back once you've lost it. And once you shut down a game, you've lost the game at that point. So I really do not see how this is going to turn out well for I think it's Player First Games is what they're called, and WB Games. I think this is gonna either this is them slow rolling the possibility of it being shut down, or they are just doing a heavy miscalculation on here. So I'm not sure. Again, I disagree with what they're doing on this, but hey, this is what they're doing. Can't get into it anymore other than that. Let's move on to the next story. Oh god, this is a terrible one. So, Ark fans, I feel really bad for you in this one. First off, Ark 2 has been delayed until 2024? 2025, I believe? Why am I going down? Uh-oh. So that's been delayed. But on top of that being delayed, Ark is remastering, the developers of Ark are now remastering the first Ark. Sounds good, right? Yeah, it does sound good. The problem is it's not a free upgrade. And it's not a cheap one either. So if you were to say, if you had to pay for an upgrade, on a game, let's say Motion Twin decided, hey, we're going to remaster Dead Cells, but we have to make it... So let's say they had to remaster Dead Cells, but we can't do it for free. How much you willing to pay for that? 5? Maybe 10? Maybe? How about $40? Because that's what Ark 1 fans are going to have to do if they want to play on the official servers for Ark. So if, let's say you own the game, you've been playing it for whatever with your friends. When the remaster is going to cost $40 for them to play it with the new graphics and the updated visuals and everything and all the upgrades. So you're probably saying to yourself right now, oh, Wiz, I mean, just play the original Ark. Well, here's the problem. Once the remaster comes out, they're shutting that down. So even if you wanted to play the old Ark, unless you want to just play custom servers, you can't. So they're pretty much giving the players who've been playing the game no choice, but if you want to continue to play Ark 1 and have all our updates, you're going to have to fork over $40. And I think I've read on top of that as well, that all the DLC are going to have to be repaid as well. So I don't know how much that is. So if you get the remaster, you're going to have to buy all the DLC all over again. I cannot emphasize how much of a scummy move this is. Like, I am floored. I was floored when I heard about this. Like, delays are one thing. Like, yeah, games get delayed, okay? That's not a big deal. I understand that. So, that's not the problem. And remastering an old game, I think Ark has been around for about 5 years. I think it's a little too soon for that, but okay, if people want the remaster, fine. If you have to charge for the remaster, I honestly, I wouldn't, but if enough work is needed and it justifies that purchase, fine. But to not only have people spend $40 for a game that they've been playing already for years, but to then shut down the game that they are currently playing, to then force them to pay for that price, is scummy as hell. It is terrible. And if I were Ark fans, I'd be pretty pissed at this and considering not coming back. But unfortunately, and I hate to say this because I've been following the games business for years now. If there is a group of people that talk, but don't put up when they talk, it's gamers. How many times have we heard, "Oh, we're going to boycott this. We're not going to stand for that." And then day one, they're still playing the game. They're still buying it. I mean, honestly, like Call of Duty, like a bunch of games have had these issues where, oh, we're boycotting it unless you don't do this, and they don't do it, they're still playing it. Like it's it's kind of silly. So, these companies have learned by this point that you can bitch all you want, you're still going to buy it. So until that time it changes, you guys are kind of SOL at this point. I'm doing these times pretty well. I normally don't. I'm actually not that good at the times, but do I want... Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, unless the players of ARK decide, no, we're not standing for this, and we're not buying this either. I mean, companies will still continue to do this. Vote for your wallet is what they all say, and at this point, and I've always agreed with that. If you don't agree, don't buy it. But if you turn around and say, oh, but it's the new this or that, and I have to buy it, it's the new one, all my friends are getting, like, then fine. But they're going to continue to do this until you learn at this point. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, if you let them keep doing this to you, it's going to continue. So, but I do feel bad for players of ARK, because that sucks that they're doing this. Moving on with shutdowns. Well, I don't know why I put this on here, but okay. Nintendo will fix all Joy-Cons regardless of warranty in the UK and the European Union, including Iceland, Netherlands, and the like. This has also been going on in the United States, so they're just making that consistent across the board on all in most of the countries. I'm not sure. I think Japan has it as well. I think. I'm not sure. But, yeah. So, that's good. I'm kind of surprised that this wasn't the case all along. But maybe, something that some companies do is that they don't advertise it, really. And then, I guess, when some trouble happens, or, I don't know, a regulatory board's asking, well, you have this problem with these Joy-Cons, why are you still charging people to do that? They'll say, oh, well, we haven't been, but if you want us to make it official, fine. Like, that might be what's going on here. And usually Nintendo's pretty good when it comes to their warranties and fixing stuff. Because I've had Joy-Cons that, I think everyone's had Joy-Cons that have broken on them. I've had Joy-Cons that have broken on me after warranty, and they still fix them. Past warranty. So this might not be a thing anymore, and they're just making it official across the board at this point. So, okay. Good enough on them, I guess. Uh-oh. Okay, let me see if I can get through this part real quick. Okay. Oh, these stupid things. Okay. Gotcha. Wait, what's this activating? Yeah, I'd like to know what that activates, because I'm still not sure. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, this is gonna get slippery here. Okay. Go. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Look at that. Getting better, guys. Look at that. Eh. Okay, before I get into the next room, let's move on to the next story. Okay, I'm going to call this regulations and recompense. I probably should put the Joy-Cons thing on that end. But anyway, regulations and recompense. Sony calls UK regulators' reverse stance disappointing and irrational. Okay, I mean, not a surprise here. I mean, we've been talking about this ad nauseum for now close to 7 or 8 months at this point. Yeah, about 7 or 8 months at this point. And now it's starting to look like Sony is about to lose. Because now the CMA has essentially... It looks like they've reversed stance on their thoughts on everything. It's looking like the EU might be passing everything. That just leaves the FTC at this point. And from what it looks like, the FTC, with regulators and people who follow the FTC, the case that they have on them is pretty slim. And with also U.S. Congress stating that Sony has been doing this as well, and to a large degree, I think we're gonna look at the CMA pass this at some point. I think June is when they are going to announce their decision at this. So it's looking like by end of year we're gonna find a decision. We're gonna get a decision on this, and I'm suspecting it's gonna go in Microsoft's favor at this point. I would still be stunned if this doesn't go through. So, and it looks like Sony is basically licking their wounds at this point. But this is the thing that really annoyed me about all this. Sony could compete. Let's be fair. Sony could definitely compete. And on top of that, I still think they greatly over-exaggerated the importance of Call of Duty at this point. Now, if you were to say to me, like, hey, if Microsoft bought, I don't know, Epic Games, yeah, then I would see a problem. Because not only would they would own Fortnite, they would also own the Unreal Engine, which 60 to 70% of game developers use to make their games. That is where I would be like, oh, that's a problem. But with Call of Duty, Call of Duty's big, but it's not as big as it used to be. So that argument that they kept having with that is where I was like, you're not being honest at all with this. And I think regulators are starting to see that now, and they're starting to show that in favor of Microsoft. Now, my stance on the merger is I honestly don't care at this point. Mergers were going to happen. At this point, that's just consolidation is what's going on in the gaming industry at this point. It's going on with a lot of businesses. Like, what happened with WWE and Endeavor with that point? Like, consolidation and putting brands and putting different types of businesses into one mega brand and mega business is going to be the thing going forward for the next, I would say, 10 years. Now, could this blow up in everyone's faces? Absolutely. This could definitely blow up in everyone's faces. But this also doesn't mean that brands can't go then say, hey, we want to split apart from the parent company. That has also happened. So that's also something that could happen. So those of you who don't like the mergers, I understand. But this also does not mean that if the brand is not popular, it just goes away. There's always a chance that these brands can then turn around and say, hey, we want to go back to being our own company and buy themselves out. That's certainly a possibility. So don't go entirely doom and gloom on this. But, but we'll see at that point. Okay. This is not a bad run so far. Hey, how about that? Okay, we'll move on to the next story while I am gathering my thoughts. Okay, Activision Blizzard was sued by the Justice Department for suppressing esports wages. A settlement was reached with the Justice Department for an undisclosed amount, and Activision Blizzard still doesn't find any fault with their actions regarding esports. So basically, from what I read, and I couldn't get too much depth into it. So basically, they imposed a tax on esports groups and esports players that if they reached a certain cap, they would be taxed for that amount. I guess basically suppressing the wages of the people who were working not only as esports players, but I think it's also esports venues. So specifically, like venues and players could only make X amount playing professionally on like Call of Duty or Overwatch, and to one extent that takes care of pay disparity, but on the other hand, it definitely takes away the growth that someone could get potentially playing Call of Duty. And what that essentially does is it gives the power and the money-making ability solely to Activision. Because at one point, because unless you gain in other ways, like I think ESL might still do, they might still do Call of Duty to a certain extent. I don't think they do Overwatch. I think Overwatch is just specifically the Overwatch League. And this is, I guess this is why. Because, oh god, I shouldn't have done that. So I guess that's why that a lot of other companies like ESL just didn't bother with Activision Blizzard games because they were capped for the amount that they could actually make. If they could make anything at all at this point. So, yeah, that's pretty scummy, essentially. I wonder if this is the same thing that goes on. I think this is kind of the same thing that goes on, not with, I think, the players when it comes to Capcom World Tour, or Capcom Pro Tour, I should say. But I know with the venues at a certain point that Capcom prevented venues from letting people purchase alcohol during their events, or doing also, or any other things that they did not like in their events. So it really strained the ability of venues of making money back with what they had. So this might open that up a little bit. It might not. We'll see. But yeah, that's an interesting thing that happened there. Upgrade that. Fine with the rest. Let's do... Okay. Wait, what does this say? Talk to... Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next story. This is the miscellaneous stories for the rest of the week. So let's get into it. EA, Electronic Arts, EA Sports teases EA UFC, which is the predecessor of FIFA, the FIFA games. We covered this, me and Zero, 6 months ago. FIFA, EA is not re-upping their contract with FIFA. Apparently the costs were so astronomical that it made no sense for EA to actually continue business with FIFA. So they're moving forward without the FIFA branding. They have gotten licenses for a number of leagues. I think Premier League was one, Bundesliga was another. CONCACAF, I think, was another one. I'm not sure of all of the leagues, to be completely fair. So, someone who knows a lot more about soccer or football might know a lot more than I do when it comes to this. But this has been talked about for a while now. Wait, what is that? This has been talked about for a while now. FIFA has talked about with themselves that they're going to move forward with making their own game. They're going to hire a studio to do that. There has been no talk about that since that's happened. So I don't know how good that will do, because we don't have anything right now, essentially. So no word on that with FIFA. If anything, I would expect in maybe 2 to 3 years that FIFA might have their own game. Maybe. I would say in 2 or 3 years, if FIFA does not have their own game, they may go back to EA with a sweetheart deal to get their branding back. That was stupid. So yeah, all you football fans or soccer fans here in the States, If you like FIFA, I know some people have not been too happy with FIFA in the past few years. It's kind of gotten stale. This is good for you to know. It's going to be EAFC moving forward. So look forward to that. Let me get that scroll. What do I want here? Okay, moving on to the next story. Gamescom Opening Night Live is returning in August. That is hosted by Jeff Keighley. Not a surprise at all. Uh-oh. Oh, God. What kind of crazy zombie is this? Okay, sweet. Oh, I should have sold that. Okay, anyway. But yeah, Gamescom Live is Gamescom Opening Night Live is coming back. This is also after it was announced that E3 is not coming back, so that's more of a, that's kind of a shot at at the ESA right now for E3. But yeah, no surprise. Like Gamescom and Opening Night Live has been pretty successful for the past few years. So, this is not really a surprise. I think Gamescom was still doing pretty well during the pandemic. So, yeah, that's not really a surprise to me in that sense. So, yeah, that's good. That's good for them at that point. So, yeah. So, expect that in August. I like Opening Night Live. I gotta remember that it's happening a lot of times, because even though I think Gamescom has now become more successful and probably bigger than than E3 has been in the past few years, I guess because it's not in the States, I just kind of forget about it until it's like that time. So yeah, I mean, look forward to that when that happens. That's coming in August. I don't. There probably was a date attached to it, but I honestly did not check it, so my bad. And we're gonna move on to the next story. Miyamoto says to look out for a new Direct with Mario news. I mean, this could be many things. This could be an announcement of a new Mario game, sure. It could be DLC for another Mario game, might be for Mario Strikers. It could also be another remake. We don't know what it could be. The announcement of the Blu-ray of the Mario movie. We don't know. So it could be anything. Would I like it to be a game? Yeah, sure, absolutely. But let's not get our hopes up just yet. So, not a surprise, of course. I mean, honestly, I'm a little surprised. I would have expected a new Mario announcement to be closer to when the new system comes out. That's when I would have expected a new announcement. But yeah, Nintendo's gonna Nintendo, I guess. So, I mean, could they I don't know. It could be a remake. I'm not sure. But don't get your hopes up just yet. It could be a number of things. Wow, that glare is annoying. Ooh, I got hit. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Forgot I had that. Okay, that's not... Yeah, maybe I should have reforged my weapons. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Actually, I'm not doing too bad. Spoke too soon. Uh-oh. Oh, of course. Oh my god, really? I'll get to the final story after the. Oh my god, I'm gonna die on mine. Oh no! Oh well. Okay, let's get to the final story. The UK games market went down 5.6% to £7.05 billion last year. They are saying that this is due to market stabilization and the lack of PS5s that contributed to the fall. Market stabilization, basically what they're saying is the pandemic gave them a huge sales boon, but it wasn't going to last because that was during the pandemic. So they were expecting this to go down at some point, and it just did at that quarter. At that year, and that's why. And then the lack of PS5s also contributed to it, of course. So that's still a large number. It's not something to be too afraid of at this point, but yeah, I mean, 7.05 billion ain't bad. And it's looking like the sales in regards to the US might go down as well. I don't think we've had numbers on that just yet, but yeah, that'll be interesting to find out when that happens. So yeah. So that's it for the stories. Let's talk a little about next week. Next week is going to be the release of the Mega Man Battle Network Collection. I am not going to do a sales prediction for that specifically, but what I will do is talk about the possibilities of what might happen with the Battle Network. Yeah, I don't want that. Let's recycle that. Let's talk about what I want to talk about next week is what will happen basically if this is a major success. Because let's face it, okay? There are reasons why companies decide to remaster these games, especially games that haven't had a lick of any type of mention in decades. And there's a couple reasons. One, it's cheap. Let's be fair, it's cheap. And two, they're going to see if the brand is revivable so they can possibly make new games from that old brand. And I want to talk about the possibilities of that and what could happen if that is possible for these games to a certain extent. So I definitely want to touch on that. And of course, if there's any big news that happens throughout the week, I will definitely cover it. But that really is the big game that's coming out next week, so I'm not going to talk about sales projections on any other type of game. I don't want to buy that. So yeah, let's get through this part. Yeah, I've never... Oh, is this a reference to Hollow Knight? So yeah, let's see how I do on this run, guys. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Alright, we're at the promenade. Ooh. I don't think I've been doing this for about an hour. Oh, I blew through that pretty fast. So, do you guys like longer versions of this? Do you like them shorter? Do you have any comments or suggestions? Maybe on types of stories that you want me to cover? Let me know. And I will definitely put that under advisement and see how that works. Do that. Okay. I also want to note, like I said in the beginning, we also do a movie podcast on Capital Games, and it's called the Capital Games Movie Club, and we've been reviewing movies for since nearly the beginning of this podcast. So yeah, we've been doing that as well. If you missed Zero is on the movie podcast. So if you want to listen to him, That's where he is right now. So we reviewed Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love last week. It is a beautiful movie. I liked it more than I thought I was going to. And it is a gorgeous looking movie with really good performances. I gave it 4 stars. So did Zero. Yeah, we really liked this movie. This was my first time watching it. It probably was Zero's 4th. But if you want to check out our thoughts on that movie, it's at the Capital Games Movie Club. You can search that under Capital Games Movie Club and In the Mood for Love. I would definitely recommend watching that. We are doing, me and Kim Shackman, she has joined us here on the Capital Games Network, and we are doing a review of the movie $1 Million Arm, starring John Hamm and Alan Arkin. This was from 2014. It's a baseball movie about an agent who goes to India to find new talent for baseball, and it's based on a true story. And I haven't done the review of that yet, so if you are interested in that movie specifically, look forward to it. You can look forward to that when we release it later today. I believe I'll get it done by the end of the night tonight. If you have suggestions of movies that you want us to review, or maybe things in the movie industry that you want us to talk about, or for me to talk about, you can always email us for either the movie podcast or the game podcast at zerowizcast@gmail.com, or you can just put comments on here as well for whatever you want us to cover, movie-wise, game-wise, or whatever, and just let us know, and we will definitely take a look at it. We definitely want movie suggests on the movie podcast because I'm going to skew towards movies I like to watch. Kim is going to do the same thing. Zero is going to do the same thing as well. But if there's things you're curious about that either you want to hear our opinions on, or maybe you're not sure you want to watch, that you want to give us a shot to give it a shot, yeah, let us know. Nothing disgusting, please. Nothing really disturbing. I've said this from the beginning. No Salo. No Sweet Movie. No movies like that, please. And I don't think any of the three of us like horror movies either. So I don't mind watching horror movies, but I will more than likely not like it. Although the last movie I watched that was a horror movie, which was Midsommar, I actually quite liked. So that does tend to happen, but it's rare, is what I'll say. So if you're a horror movie fan, maybe not, but oh no, oh great. Let me drink up. There we go. So yeah, I got nothing more. I guess I'll play through this round and then we'll call it a night, guys. Or call it a day. Yeah, you know, I like achievements like that where you do something stupid and like, hey, you did something stupid. Like, yeah, okay, you got me. I did it. Alright, let's drink up more. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Let's do survival. Okay. Here we go. Good. Okay, there we go. All right. Here's a question I have for you guys. I mean, as you might have noticed, I don't like being on camera. And I think that's how I'm going to keep it. I really am not comfortable being on camera very much. But would you guys be interested in me live streaming the Weekly Dividend instead of doing a video? If you are and enough you're interested, I might consider that as a trial run to see how that turns out. I'm trying new things here. I want this channel to work. I want it to be successful. But I also want it to be fun. So if it's better for you guys that I do live stream, I might consider that. But if you prefer the videos, I don't mind that either. So I'm kind of amiable on this. So if you guys have a suggestion... Ooh. So yeah, if you guys have a suggestion as to what I can do to make this better for you, or just better in general, I am willing to listen. So let me know. Look at that. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Am I going to unlock? Yes, I am. Nice. All right. Let's do... What's this? So I don't like using shields. Yeah, let's do the grenade. Yeah, I do not like using shields in this game. It feels awkward. I like... When I use shields in other games, it's usually like a trigger or something, but they use the buttons. So I'm like, So that's why I don't like using it. It probably is advantageous for me to use it, but if it's not comfortable, I end up not using it at all. So... Okay. Fill that up. All right, ramparts. Okay. What do you think, guys? Can I last another 5 minutes in this? Let's see. Actually, I think I could. I'm just realizing that I have... Unless I forget to do the potions, which, you know, it is possible. It is possible I forget to use potions in this. I've done it before. I think I can last 5 minutes. Alright, let's see. Alright, here we go. Alright. Alright, I'm mowing through people right now. Alright. Oh, I don't like these. No, I'm not using those. Nah, no way. Also, let me also note too, if you have a game to suggest that I should play either for the videos during the week, where I use them as background, or for the Weekly Dividend, also shoot me an email, put it on the comments, let me know what you think I should play. Bear in mind, unless you like seeing somebody who really is not that good in certain games, just keep that in mind. But, yeah, I would like to hear suggestions. Let's see. Okay. Survival. Okay. And another one. Brutality. Okay. Let's get out of there. Alright. Okay, you know the problem I've noticed is I usually do pretty bad at this game, but I think the thing that's the problem that I'm starting to recognize is that when I play this game, it's usually in like 15, 20-minute chunks. I do a run or two, and then once I die a couple times, I stop. I think putting in, I believe I've played this for now an hour. After an hour, I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at this. So I guess I'm just one of those types of gamers that I need to actually play for a certain period of time to get my reflexes up. So I'm not making the dumb moves I was making before. Well, I'm making some of them, let's be fair. But I'm not making as many dumb moves as I was before. Such as missing, like... There we go. Like, I was missing rolls, like, big time. Here we go. I got a secret. Okay. Neat, I guess. Uh-oh. Another secret. I got a secret kebab. Yay. Oh my god, I'm creamed. Oh my god, what the hell? The secret kebab was deadly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize this was the lead. And that crystal is killing me. What the hell? There we go. Topaz amulet. Poisons you instead of wounding. Poison heals you instead of... Okay. Good enough. Alright. You know, I've been thinking, there are certain games that I really like playing, but I don't think they are, how do I put this? They're not engaging for an audience. I'm talking strategy games, usually. I like 4X games. I love Civilization. But I've been wanting to get into Crusader Kings 3 for a while, but, of course, there's... The main problem with Crusader Kings is that it is notoriously difficult to get into. But I just don't see that as a game where I think people would be interested in watching that, necessarily. What are you guys interested in watching? Do you like more action-based games? Do you like the type of games that are more strategic in nature? I know I was playing Warhammer 40k Demon Hunters Chaos Gate. That is one of the worst titles. But I've been playing that. I played that for a little bit. So I know I played that for gameplay footage. So there's that. Did you guys enjoy that? Do you like seeing videos like that? Or do you like it more action-based? More reflex-based, where there's more going on in it? Again, like, I'm here for you guys, so let me know. What is this? Yeah, okay. Almost forgot the potion. And I did it again. God damn it. Okay. What does it say? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. God damn it. Okay. I think this is the boss I died to earlier. So let me cash in my souls. 21 ain't bad. Well, I'm doing a lot more progress than I usually do. It's funny, I keep telling you guys, I'm not good at these games. But I end up doing a lot better when I'm doing this. So Here's another thought I thought about, too. I mean, I will still continue to do the weekly dividends, but do you prefer videos like this where I'm playing something while talking about something? I mean, if you would prefer all my videos to be like this, let me know. It's certainly possible to do that. I just don't know if you guys will get bored with watching a video of gameplay of someone playing something while talking about the news. Because I do start and stop a lot. And I think that's what works with the weekly dividend, is that I can start and stop as I'm playing in between to a certain extent. And I thought this was going to be harder than it... I thought this was going to be a lot harder to do than it actually is. I'm actually kind of shocked that I can still play some of these games like this and do fairly well. I'm used to playing games by myself and not having anything distract me except for podcasts. So, yeah, let me know. So, let me tell you a story that happened. April Fool's Day was last Saturday. I hate April Fool's Day. I really do. I can't. Ugh. I've never liked it. I find it so stupid. But anyway, so April Fool's. I forgot it was April Fool's Day, and I get emails from a bunch of podcasts that I listen to. Oh my god, no! I have been an avid podcast listener since the One Up Yours days. And, beat him. And I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember One Up Yours. But that show specifically made me fall in love with podcasting. I just love the possibilities of being able to talk intelligently about any topic that you wanted for people to listen to in a radio format. I thought that was amazing. And I remember when I was in college, too, there was a professor that was trying to get me into podcasting. Trying to teach yourself how to do this, and, and we'll work on something together as the time comes. And I took one look at it and go, podcasting? This sounds fucking stupid. I remember this too. I was like, this sounds so stupid. I'm not doing this. What's this? It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I have no cells, so okay. So I remember that specifically and being like, that sounds so stupid. Who would want to listen to somebody on the radio? You listen to the radio for music. And then, irony aside, years later, I got into podcasting when I got into my first MP3 player. And my first MP3 player was a Creative Zen. Yes, Creative used to do MP3 players. But anyway, back to the story. So I've been listening to podcasts for a long time. And when I got into podcasts, I decided I want to listen to more podcasts on different stuff. So I listen to a lot of news podcasts, sports podcasts, even though I don't watch sports. True crime is a big thing in podcasts. But I got really into history in a big way in podcasts. I was not a big history buff in school and in college or whatever, but as podcasts became popular, I got really into podcasts for history. Some of the podcasts I listen to are from Wondery, American History Tellers, Business Wars, stuff like that. And if you're familiar with... That was stupid. If you're familiar with those podcasts, you'll probably know the voice of Lindsey A. Graham. I'm deliberately giving him the middle initial because if you're into U.S. politics, you know who Lindsey Graham is, and I don't want to mistake the poor guy with that guy. Not that I have any political affiliation at all, whatever, but yeah. Anyway, so Lindsey A. Graham. There was a show that he did called Terms. I'm fairly certain he did Terms. And it was the first radio drama I listened to around that time. and I really liked it. It was really good. And Cursed Treasure. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. This is interesting. Oh, this will be interesting. So, back to the story. So, Lindsay A. Graham is a podcaster that I have gotten used to hearing from for quite a while now. And not only do I like his voice, I like the work that he does. He's very good at the podcast that he does. Fast forward April Fool's Day. And I died. Okay, that's it. Fast forward April Fool's Day of this year. Again, email from Wondery with the podcast he does called, I think it's called History Daily. And it's basically an email saying, I am retiring from podcasting after X amount of years. Come meet the new host of History Daily and all the podcasts. And I gotta tell you, the moment I saw that, I was like, oh my God. Like, not since Ryan Davis died was I, like, emotionally affected by a podcast host leaving. I was like, oh my God, that's oh my God, it's terrible. And I shit you not, I was prepared to record something right then and there talking about my thoughts on Lindsay A. Graham retiring and how sad it is, and I'm going to miss hearing his voice and everything. But I didn't do that right away, so I decided, you know what, let me listen to the podcast. And if you guys listen to the podcast, I didn't realize it was April Fool's Day until I clicked on the podcast and played it, and it's Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds hosting the podcast. I'm like, wait a minute. There's no fucking way that Ryan Reynolds is doing a podcast. No fucking way. And then, of course, I'm listening to it, and it's like, what is it about March 36th? God damn it, what day is it? It's like April. I was like, God damn it. So yeah, that got me. That's like the first time that I was actually I was laughing at how stupid I felt from an April Fool's gag. Like, I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well played, Lindsay A. Graham. Well played on that one. But anyway, that is it for the Weekly Dividend for April 7th, 2023. Tune in next week. We'll have more to discuss, including what I think a successful sales for the Mega Man Battle Network could mean for Mega Man or the Battle Network brand itself. We'll talk about other stories as well, and we'll have a Weekly Dividend next week. And if you're interested in movie reviews, check out Capital Games Movie Club. Like, comment, and subscribe. Take care. Thank you for listening. I'm The Wiz, and this is Capital Games, the Weekly Dividend. Bye now. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening to this podcast segment. The Capital Games podcast is done every week, and we post it on all your favorite podcast apps, as well as segments on YouTube. If you want to listen to another segment, you can listen to a new one right there on the screen. We also do a movie podcast called the Capital Games Movie Club. If you'd like, you can go ahead and click on that and see all the movies that we have reviewed from that point. Thank you for listening, and we hope to hear from you soon.